Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Wednesday. Elva, how you doing, my love?
Great, and you?
Tired? For people doesn't know, it's 9:30 here in Central Standard Time, even though you're seeing us 5:05. So it's one of those weeks we need to record late. My name is Susan Ivitz. I'm a human behavior hacker. Some people hack computers. I hack humans, and I enjoy doing it. Okay, Elva, I need to remember your name.
Okay. I am El Moribe, and I am the CEO of Latin America, and I'm a human behavior hacker too.
And today we have Scott Peterson. And everybody has done Scott Peterson. They talk about the language, they talk the body language, the micro expressions, but nobody has talked about his face. Better, we're going to talk about his face 20 years ago, and we're going to talk about his face last year when he was resentenced to life in prison and probably put some liquid in his vein and make sure he's out.
Yeah.
So let's read Scott Peterson. Guilty for the second time. People was under the impression that because he went to trial again, maybe even he can make bail and leave the jail in order to go to the process, but no, it didn't happen. For the ones who doesn't know, where he was on the trial 20 years ago, 19 years ago exactly, one of the jurors never says that she had a situation similar to the one who Scott Peterson was judged by. She was pregnant, she was threatened by her partner, and she didn't divulge it, so the lawyers used that excuse to retrial. Guess what? Guilty again. So we're going to review Scott Peterson face. But before we do that, remember, on the links below, you have the way to get to Superpower. When you register for our newsletter that is sent every Tuesday, you're going to have news articles and new articles of videos every week. And when you're So when you register for your superpowers with our newsletter, you can have access to the 75-minute webinar we did about narcissists and eyebrows. We're going to explain and show you, and that class is completely free when you register to our newsletter. Now, we're going to go to 1997. You wanna pick it up from here, my love?
Yes, this is the year when Scott Peterson got married. So let's see what the face tells us. Okay, let's start with this. He was the kind of person like needs things by step. So he needs the process, the whole process, put it in steps. Now, pay attention to the ears. There's one thing that I want you to see, because
I was blown away with the ears. Like,
you see the ears? It's crazy, because
usually if you go the other way.
You can see it here. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a glitch. We are recording in two continents. So usually ears are going on the other way. The Elva is going to be marking, and we didn't agree what we're going to talk about it, but I knew you're going to point the ears because they're freaking me out. So pay attention to the height of the ear, meaning from the line of the eye on the top of the ear, and you're going to see what happened later.
Yeah, it's crazy crazy because in this time, in 1997, he was the kind of person that needs the information fast. I needed to do it like right now. He rushed all the time with the information. He needs all the information, but you need to speed it up because he is the one like, he prefers to do it now. Now, he is a visual person, so he needs all the visual things. So his antenna is his eyes, not his ears.
He
So
doesn't
he
listen to you. He doesn't listen to you with the ears. He listens to you with the eyes. That happens with visual people. That's the reason when it's so important to know when somebody's visual or auditory. And the first thing that we do when we explain and train people in how to do face reading is like, you need two things that you pay attention, with mask or without mask. And by the way, we're going to talk about the study with this with mask, because we're going to read Scott Peterson with mask, is that if I can read your eyes and I can read your ears, done. I don't need to see anything else in your face.
No, I agree with you. Now, you can see he's the kind of person that go to the point. Don't go around. He needs 1, 2, 3. That's it. Don't go around. He has a lot of thoughts in his mind. That doesn't mean that all the thoughts that he has is like, they're like really good, but he has a lot of thoughts in his mind. He has one thing here, and I want you to pay attention, is the mouth. If you can see the mouth, he can talk to you. He is good talking, but he is the one that is going to talk. He knows when to speak. He knows when to say things in the right moment, because he's not going to talk just for talking. He's going to know what to say in the moment that he needs to say it.
He's going to serenading you, and he knows what to say, how to say it. And actually, I was reading this weekend that they accused him to be a sexual addict. Apparently, Lacey knew that he had more than one affair. And he was really convincing when he was dating this woman who he have a romance. He was having a double life all the time. Yes. And by the way, he never confessed killing Lacey. He was judged 2 times. He was given a guilty verdict, but he never confessed. He never say what happened. We still don't know.
Nope, he never say it. Now, he's the one that he's going to, if he wants something, he's going to punch with the wall, and he will keep trying until he get it, because he's stubborn. And here we can see something else. He needs to have the control. When he's talking, he needs to have the control. And he's so critical with the other person and with himself. So everything that you say to him in that time is going to be like, ouch, you are criticizing me. So that's the things that I can see from this picture. What do you think, Susan?
Go with it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So what am I going to be talking if I don't have anything to say? Remember, if you stay until the end of the show, we're going to show you 6 pictures from the study we did, the face reading with mask and the feedback. And actually, we have a 98% accuracy on the reading. Was mind-blowing. This was when he was trying to escape from the police, and he changed and he became blonde. But one of the things that it's funny, again, funny for us is weird, is when he dyed his hair, he dyed his eyebrows too. His eyebrows becoming more lighting. Remember that we talk when people have light eyebrows or you cannot see the eyebrows, we call it chameleon eyebrows. So it's funny, at this point, he started having chameleon eyebrows, and he started developing more self-pad and self-will, more focus on what he need to do and how to do it. And it's crazy. He did a mustache and a veer that just happened to cover the upper lip, who has to do with feelings. I need to see something. No, I cannot determine if he have a critical line or not, but he is stubborn like a mule.
Wait for it.
Yeah. So he was a planner. He was like a structure. He had a structure in his head, and he gonna go with that structure. And you can see on his business side, the exterior world, how other people perceive him, completely burned out. And he always have this smirk, like contempt smile all the time. Like, you have three ways that you can show contempt. You can show contempt with your mouth, you can show contempt with your head, and you can show contempt with your eyes. When somebody like roll the eyes. So people think that contempt only happen with microexpression. Contempt is the most difficult microexpression to read with mask. All the other ones happen in the eyes. Again, here, pay attention to the eyes. But he had that smirk all the time, like, I'm better than you. And it's like, it's the way they look at you. So pay attention to that. He had that expression all the time. He was really pragmatical. And actually, the way he got his fishing license 2 days before the wife disappearing, so he bought the boat. Like, if this guy wouldn't have a good lawyer, I don't think that he would have been in jail. He was methodical, but he was too cocky.
Yes.
When he did the interview, he shouldn't have done the interview. That is the interview that everybody analyzed, and we're not going to analyze it because Google it, everybody have done it, but nobody has done what we're doing now. So he was methodical. In this point, everything in his face showed that he wanted to disappear. The process of a thought, the feelings, the emotion, everything who has to do with him, nothing. Now, in his exterior part of the life, he was completely burned out. Now, in his personal life, he was more in need of people who make sense, because he needs people to believe him. But everything who has to do with aggressiveness and expression, he erases with the beer. Anything else you have to say, my love?
No, ma'am.
Okay, 1918. So we're talking about 15 years.
Yes.
What the heck happened with the ears?
You see? You see, guys? We told you this. It's like crazy, the ears.
Okay, and pay attention. Another two things that I talk. I'm going to take the stick out. You take the height, okay? Pay attention to the left of the picture, his ear on the left side of the picture, and pay attention to the right ear on the right part of the picture. You can see the right ear, who has to do with his emotions, has to do with feelings. It get completely stick in the head. It's like in the head, like no ear is showing, meaning that he is about to follow rules about how he need to feel and how he should be feeling and how people should perceive him. Now, you look on the other ear. So when we show you the pictures with the mask, we can clarify, I'm going to use my mouth, that this ear is not sticking out because of the mask. Is because he's always trying to catch things from outside and thinking outside the box and see how he can play the system, how he can play people, and how he can make it his way or the highway. Now, talking about highway, what happened with the high of his ear? We're going to show the picture before. You see the ears? High.
High.
Now they're low. Elba, what happened?
It's crazy because we talked before that he was the guy that it's going to be like, right now, I need it now, give me the information and everything. Now he needs to think. He prefers to be right than to be right now, that to rush. So he changed his perspective to receiving the information.
Before, so he's the one that's going to do it now. Now is about do it right. It's a completely 180-degree transformation in his thought of process.
Yeah, it's totally different because now he needs the time. He needs to get all the information. He's not going to be impulsive. He's going to think all the information that he has, and he's going to make a decision. So he changed a lot in this one.
Okay, let's look at this. Can you see his mouth turn up? Even though he's smiling in this one, but you can see the mouth is slightly turning down. But what the heck happened with the mouth? The mouth went like super pessimist. The way he talked is going to be everything is bad. Everybody's bad with me. And now he have a huge critical line. So between the, he's really critical with himself. He think the people don't appreciate him. The people is not considering him. Poor me. He's super pessimist. And his left eye start going to the pessimist side too.
Yes.
Eyes and mouth. Mouth used to be this way. Now is this way. Down, down, down. And their secret lines. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
So for people who doesn't understand the mouth used to be bigger. Now, the length of the mouth can be tricky for your eyes, but it's not the same length of mouth. The mouth is smaller and the secret lines on the corner of the mouth become bigger, longer, and deeper.
So what things he hide?
What maybe he's hiding?
Yes.
Another thing, his eyebrows changed it. Now, in his business side, he's 1, 2, 3 facts and data. In his personal life, he want all the information. He want to know. He want to be right on based on knowledge and data. This guy must spend hours and hours going to the library, the jail. I don't know. I didn't check it. But you can see the Einstein lines on the forehead. They're deeper and longer. But they come into few subjects, not to generalize. You and I, we have a few lines. Yeah. But this guy have 2 marked lines. And his forehead start changing. Ears, forehead, lips, mouth. Forehead, eyebrows.
Yes.
He's still him, but if you don't know how to use face reading, you're never going to realize how his face actually changed in places where you never expected to change. But it's logical with somebody who has been 20 years in jail.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Ini is yelling again. Okay, puppy, mom is gone. So if you want to learn this witchcraft, if you want to get the world in your hand, if you want to profile everybody in 90 seconds, we have 2 new programs launching in April. This is Face Reading Profiling Pro. It's 6 months. We have group coaching weekly. The group coaching is going to be recorded in video and audio. So if you cannot be part of the group coaching, so you can exercise and you can listen to. We have homework weekly. We have lessons happening 2 times a week. You can access the classes for a long time. You have a lot of support. This is the intense, super intense class. We're going to talk from how to use it in your job, how to utilize it with others, and how to make money with the face reading. And the second one, that's what happened when I record too late. My voice is gone. And the second program for the ones who doesn't want to commit for 6 months, actually it's a year program. You're going to have 10 features in 10 days. This is a 2 weeks program where we're going to have you be part of the Facebook group. We have group coaching and open class once a month. Elba, keep going.
Yeah, you have open class once a month. And I think this one, you can learn a lot. And with these 10 features, you will start reading people.
You want to read everybody in 90 seconds. In 10 days, we're going to put you there. Some people, what it says of the first program is like, it's great, but it's a lot of information. Yeah. I don't think that I need so much information. So because this is about you, because of you, for you, we take that feedback and we did 2 programs beside the other 7 classes that we're going to have. So links below. Classes start 11 April 10 and 11 April 11. The specials on the price and the installments are going to disappear when the classes start. So pay attention, go to the link and learn how to read everybody in 90 seconds. Holy cow. But you know what? He's not doing so bad.
No.
I think that he's so disconnected with reality, even though you cannot read that on the ears. I was expecting to see a little more disconnection from reality. You don't see it, but he's not doing so bad.
No,
What do you think?
I think the same. He's not doing so bad because at this time he still be like, do it right, not do it right now, not do it fast. And he start being in both sides, being more a knowledge person. He go to the research, he go to the studies, he is going to need all the information. So I think, and he had that self-will really, really, really deep. So if he said, I'm going to do something, he probably is going to do it. He's going to know where are the energy to take it and make it happen.
Yeah, he have your culito. For the ones who speak Spanish, they know. Since Elva started being part of the team, and now she's going to be a statement analysis expert. Sorry, going to excuse me. Somebody's taking the proficient on a statement analysis. Who's going to deal with you, honey? She started, when I met her, she didn't have the wheel pad on the forehead. And I don't know, 2 years ago, I was looking at you like, Elva, you have an ass in your forehead. Like what? Like, yeah, you have that line with these pouches, self-will pad, self-development. I'm going to make it. I'm going to put myself there. Mine, I think at my age, the collagen doesn't show it so much, but yours is amazing. And he started having that. He's like having an unibrow of muscle on the forehead. Mm-hmm. And another thing, he started having visionary lines.
Yes, he started having it too.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I have the feeling this guy hasn't shown all the cards yet. He's coming back with something else. What do you think?
Probably he's not going to stay like
steady.
Steady. So
he's not going to steady. So let's recap. Even though with a mask, you can see how much you can read in a person. Amaze me. I love it. By the way, when I says last year that this pandemic is going to be at least 2 more years, guess what? In Chicago, they says, oh, leave the mask. Now we went to such a grow and the new strand on the virus, then I think we're going to need to go back to mask. So guys, learn how to read faces, how to read faces with mask too. Yes. Believe me, we're going to need it for a long time. And even though I went to the opera last week, and you cannot even step on an Uber, a taxi, or a Lyft, whatever you're taking if you're not wearing a mask, and you're not allowed to go to see a show, an event, if you're not wearing a mask too. So learn how to read people with masks. He have the visionary line. We can see the process of thought. You know what? Another thing that he changed a lot, and his eye becomes socket is like they're inside the socket of the eyes. He didn't have that before. He's more introverted. He's more patient. He's taking more distance. He doesn't want to be the center of the attention too much. Actually, he never wanted to be the center of the attention, but now
he want to disappear.
Actually, if you want to know about introverted faces, you should read Elva's column and the blog this week about the introverted face. And next week, we're going to talk about how 75% of the jurors are more accurate on a trial when the people who's testifying wear a mask. Again, I don't want to be the dark angel saying that it's going to be longer. But again, if you learn how to read faces with masks, you can read everyone in any time. So I'm going to leave you the ears for you, my love.
Yeah, and the ears, we talk and we said that you can see the ears, how stick out became. It's not the mask, because you can see that it's not tension.
No, and you can see that it's a different on the stick out between the left ear on your screen and the right ears. That is proof that has to do with his own expansion of the ears, has nothing to do with the fact that he's wearing a mask.
No. And he start becoming like thinking outside the box. So he's going to figure out things outside the box, things that no one else figured before. So he start with that. So
anything
you can
else?
No, we can see the next one. I think the next one is going to give you more a map there.
Again, oops, I forgot to put the logo. if you like this video, like, share, invite your friends, invite everyone. And if you don't like it either, comment. Doesn't matter. Just make the mechanism working. And I love the people that start telling us where you are watching us. So next week, we're going to put the virtual map with all the people. We have people in Vegas. We have people in Australia. We have people in UK. We have people in India, in China. I don't know when they're watching the show, but thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Again, invite your friends, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when videos are coming. So this is our channel, Susana Ivitz, A Human Behavior Lab. Again, every Wednesday, 5:05, we launch the new show, and we're going to start doing some videos too, but we have been kind of busy, but at least we have the articles out. So subscribe to our newsletter too. Hi, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take the ears now.
You take it.
My throat is killing me. Before and after. He was do it yesterday, actually, because he had high ears. His ears were really high. When people says that ears doesn't change, eyebrow doesn't change, faces doesn't change. Okay, you see, the ears were really high, even though with the head tilted. If you do the line tilted too, you're going to see the ears were really high and the ears are really low now. He's become more pace. He become taking more distance. Things are changed, and he's changing with the things on the pace. The things are changed. Now you want to take the forehead. That is another significant change that we can see even with a mask.
Yeah, you can see the self-will. It's like really, really huge right now. So he is the one that if he wants something, he goes with that, and he has the energy to make it happen.
Yeah. Now, Hewitt says that his forehead become rounded, or the will self pad or the self will pad. It's so distinct. It's so deep that it looked like his forehead changed.
I think it's the self-will pad. It's so deep, so like really marked there that you can be confusing and think that maybe he has a round forehead, but he is his self-will pad.
I think that is like angular back. I think that is what it changed, is angular back. We couldn't find any picture of him with the mask, but the eyes become hollow.
Hollow, yeah. And you see the eyebrows, how they change, how to be like faxing data and just give me the points, go to the part of, I need the information, I need the knowledge, I need the research, the studies, everything. So, yeah.
And actually they become lighter.
Yes.
Not always because you have light hair or you have gray hair or salt and pepper in your head. It's you're going to have the eyebrows change it. Actually, I started having gray hair. I start painting it so it doesn't look like, but my eyebrows still really dark. So it has nothing to do. Not everybody have lightened or salt and pepper hair on the eyebrows. What else do you think?
You can see the forehead. He has something there that make it's telling us that he started being like the chameleon one, that he wants to be seen, he's going to put out there. If he doesn't want to be seen, he's going to sit back.
Yeah, actually, he have force development lines too, who are the lines who going against. But that is for another level. But he have self development lines and self-enforced lines. Those lines happen when you are constrict in your own thoughts and you trying to develop yourself, who is coherent. Everything happened on the forehead is telling us this guy is not done yet. Until they don't put a needle on his arm, he's going to come up with something else.
Yes, I agree with you.
So what else do you see?
I think that's the more significant features that we can see, and just seeing by his eyes, forehead, and ears. So it's amazing how many features, how many things we can read in a face when you have the mask. And there, the features that we read, they are important. So
yeah, you don't
yeah.
need too much more. Yeah, you need to the way that people expressing things. Somebody asked me this week, can you determine if somebody's going to kill their partner? Like, no, that's face reading doesn't do that. Face reading helping you to determine certain traits, but we're not going to go there. And the reason we don't go there is because we do a training regarding that. Is called complicated personalities. And because people sometimes watch a video on YouTube that is information, it's not transformation. You cannot be reading faces and you cannot go on the street and reading faces if you don't know really what you're doing. Is because I don't want people misinterpret what we say and start replicating that information like, oh yeah, that person, I will not going to talk to that person, or I'm going to call the police because I think that person have traits that can be danger. You do have traits that can be danger, but you need to be really careful how to use it. Like everything, a superpower is a tool, and with great knowledge come great responsibility too. So doesn't matter who you're watching, doesn't matter what channel are you subscribing or you're paying attention. Be careful and be careful how to use it, and don't be so light, because in order to be able to do a profile in 90 seconds is required practice. It's not complicated, it's complex. So the idea is to teach you things, that the idea is to give you tools, but be careful how to use it. Because I've been seeing people says, yeah, I read faces, like, pardon me? Yeah, I watching your show. Like, no, you don't read in faces. You're having fun, but you don't read in faces. Yes. What do you think, Alba?
I agree with you. It's not, you're not going to learn face reading just seeing us. You're going to pick some things, yes, but it doesn't be, it's not going to be the things that you can use to read a whole face, because it's not just the feature, it's the combination of the features that can tell you who is the person.
Yeah. So yeah, is it identifying right and left brain, identifying the features, measuring the features, and measuring the holes in your face, the wrinkle in your face, the developing lines. There's a lot of things that we can read, around 235 things that can be read on the face. So yeah. Anything else you want to add about these men? I will not going to say gentleman because he doesn't deserve the title.
No, men. No, I think I'm done with that.
Okay, so register to our newsletter to get the superpower. When you register to our newsletter, you can have access to how to spot a narcissist by the eyebrows. 75 minutes talking about eyebrows. Yes, it happened and it was fun and people love it. And thank you for all the people subscribing. When we watched the number this morning, like, holy cow, we have a lot of new people on the team. Yes. So, testimonial faces with mask, this study 2 years ago, and you're going to see this is coming today because I write an article that is going to go next week about academic. I love academic, don't get me wrong. I didn't have the chance to go, even though I graduated from a few colleges after, but I couldn't go to a school. So I couldn't do academic studies. I couldn't do research. That was my dream come true. But the good news is we can do our own because we have enough people who follow us. So when the crisis with the pandemic started and everybody started using masks, we talked to Elvin like, we can do this. We actually can read faces, and let's prove ourselves we can do it. So we asked people to send us picture. We don't have the study anymore because we finished it. You need to send 4 pictures: neutral, smiling, left ear, right ear, with mask. We don't need to know your name. We don't want to know your name. If you send us a picture without mask, or we know you from before, we're not going to be reading you. And we did the study for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, and we collect enough information. Last November and December, academic come up with, guess what? The same results that we did. We did it first, but again, because we don't have a PhD in front of the end of the name, we couldn't be used for the study. But the point is, we were 98% accurate when we're reading the people. Now, in another setting, in another scenario, they find out that 75% of the jurors were more accurate defining whether somebody is lying or not, because now we don't have the face to distract us. Actually, when you cover your face, I don't know if I have anything. So when you do that, I need to start paying attention to your words, your mannerism, and I need to start paying attention where really things happen on the eyes. So let's read some of the testimonials. Case, and by the way, everybody was assigned a case number. It's not that we want to not personalize the process, it's because we really use high standards to determine the study. You read this one. We have 6 pictures, so we're gonna read one on one.
Okay, case number 265. For the vast majority of the points raised, I believe them to be pretty accurate.
We are covering the eyes of the people because we don't want to show them outside, but as you can see, it's not too much to see for the regular eyes. For us, it was a lot. And actually, we have a testimonial of a person who had an accident, and like I was so concentrated on the negative things in my face, I didn't realize how much I have to show. Actually, it's her.
It's her.
299. Holy cow. Every single thing was right. Every single comment. I was completely blown away by the accuracy of this reading. Honestly, I did not believe I could be done. First, because I was not the whole face. Second, because 6 years ago, a viral infection gave me 2 strokes which impaired my left eye. And clearly have paid more attention to the disfigurement piece and not enough to the what was left intact piece. I'm deeply grateful for this reading. Thank you. And I need to say this reading was done by Elba. So, chapeau.
Thank you.
It's one of the things that I love about face reading, and people ask why people send you or pay you to read their faces. People want to be seen. If you see people and you remind them you see them, you don't have any idea how much you can impact. I have a meeting this morning with a person who occupied a really high position, and most people is kind of afraid of him. And we were talking about imposter syndrome. We were talking about personalities, and I read his face and says, "You made my day." And like, why? Because I'm so used to the people punch me for my personality. I never realized why that personality come from. We was doing business, but he says, "Okay, I'm curious. Can you read my face?" And it was amazing. He says, "You make my week." Actually, I think the sensation of happiness is going to last for at least a couple of days. Why? Because I see him. People want to be seen. So when you want to know why people come out and ask us to read their faces, is for that reason. People want to be seen. As one of, I would say, in a kind of twisted way, is one of the Maslow hierarchy pyramid on the needs. They want to be seen. That's the reason Facebook, that's the reason so many media, it's happening because people want to be seen. They want to show who they are. Most of them are lies, but still. Yours.
Okay. Case 285. Hi, amazing. I think it's very accurate. I give top mask for the excellent assessment. I want to learn more.
And the result of the studies are going to go on the article next week too. So if you want to know about the article, register in our newsletter. Now, if you want to learn how to read faces with or without mask, we have the 6 months program that is actually a year program, how to get the world in your hand. So actually, yes, you can, is the only behavior that you don't need to have anything else than a picture. No signature, no words, no body, no micro expression, nothing. I can have a picture of you, even from LinkedIn, and I can do a profile. And if you're not up to do a huge, long program, you can go to 10 features in 10 days, actually 15 day program, because we put some extra snips for you and bonus, and for example, how to make money, and some examples from, for example, Believe it or not, we have been preparing people for Shark Tank. Guess what? Not only we prepared them, we won because we worked with the people doing the Shark Tank and we won. Not only we won, one of our clients get the faster close deal with the shark that she won on the history of Shark Tank, to the point the other sharks were like, what is wrong with you? Give us time to talk to her. Like, no, he pulled the trigger, make the deal, done. So it can be done. You know what we teach our client? How to read the faces.
Yes.
Now, this is mine, case 266. I thought it was fairly accurate. You need to remember, not everybody is really expressive what they says. You need to measure. For this person to say that was kudos. Yours, my love.
Yes. Case 292. First off, thank you so much. You rock. Thank you for spending this time with my face.
Case 294. This was incredibly accurate. Thank you. And believe me, with those ears, those stick out ears, if she say it, she mean it. So people have questions for you where they can locate you.
You can go to humanbehaviorlab.com. And for you, Susan?
You can go to Susan at humanbehaviorlab.com too. Okay, my love, one of the things that drive me like kind of nuts, how our cases like Scott Peterson get so much traction. Actually, if you look for Scott Peterson and the other Peterson, and there are few cases where it's like, I would say the ABC for body language and every profiler to do. And even though you think there is nothing that you can stretch, people are still asking for it. In the case of Scott Peterson, we didn't have media. Remember, it was 2002. No Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, nothing. So how people find out and get so fascinated. Besides that, what he did with his wife, the fact that she was 8.5 months pregnant, is not different than other guys has done. It's not the first time a man killed a wife. And even though way more gruesome, like dismember in the body, way more gruesome, but why some cases get such a stick on people's personality? And somebody told me because he was handsome.
Okay.
So you couldn't believe that he was willing to do something like that. They looked like the perfect couple, and he was attractive and handsome. So when you met a guy who's willing to do that to his wife and is handsome and is attractive, it's like knocking in the back door of your life and like, okay, because this person is pretty, doesn't mean that it's not going to be cuckoo.
Yes, I think the same. I think just be aware because we don't know what is outside.
I have a friend who wrote an article last week saying, what are the advantages to be pretty? And it's a lot. Actually, there's studies done that when somebody go to the bank or you go to store and you're attractive, doesn't matter what is your gender, you get first service.
And better service.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. See? Yes.
So pay off. And actually, there are studies, and I do not recall completely the study, but saying that people who is attractive tend to get away with murder and trials against a person that is minority, it's not well fitted, and it's not attractive.
Yes.
It's horrible, but it's the way the world works. The world works. That's the reason the eternal being young, being all the time eternal and young and perfect and like no wrinkles, like life happened, people over 50 that happened.
No, but yeah, it's true. I remember the article.
Yeah, so that happened, and I think that there was it was an attraction about. There are another people who killed their spouses. They're gruesome, but I think that in case of this case and another cases that we talk, like Watts and those things, are for that reason. And actually, female serial killers and female killers get away faster and easy than men killing others.
Yes.
Women want to see you suffer. Women are gonna poison you so they see you dying slow and painful. Men are more drastic and they tend to kill you, dispose the body, and done. But women, be careful, because women can enjoy the process.
Oh, yes.
I was training one of the detectives here in Indiana, and he worked in a case with a serial killer female. And he worked, I think, with 40,000 hours to make her confess. And says, if she was a dude, I'm sure she would have confessed faster. She killed 2 guys and took him 40,000 hours, if it's not more, to make her confess. Yeah, we were doing a 2 days training here in Indiana, and I was fascinated. Actually, the case was so gruesome and so different. They did a documentary. It's called Dead North. Dead North. If you can see the documentary, you can see Laura and Jeremy. They're both detective. I'm not going to tell you, but it ended up with a love story. Okay, my love, what are we going to do next week?
Let's think about it.
And where you're looking us from. So remember, put on the comment where you looking, where are you watching from, where you are located, where you has been born, what part of the country you are. These amazing things about internet is you never know. And we're going to need to think seriously.
Let's see.
For an oldie, or we're going to go for something on the news?
We have some ideas there, so we can see which one we pick.
Yeah, let's see. People, see you next Wednesday, 5:05 in YouTube. Elba, my love, I see you tomorrow.
Bye. It's a pleasure. Bye, everyone.